Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hi. Hi, guys. I see you coming on. Welcome. I'm on my second coffee of the day today. I went and visited my family last week or a week and a half ago, and my family drinks so much coffee. They have like 2 or 3 cups in the morning. At lunchtime they have coffee, then in the late afternoon they have coffee, then after dinner they have coffee, and even if it's decaf, like, they just love it. And so now, ever since I've been back, I've been keeping the habit going. But so cheers, y'all. Today we are talking all about how to authentically upgrade our clients, okay? And how to do it, how to set yourself up for success. Like, we can know mentally and like intellectually that it's a good idea to upgrade our clients. It's a good idea to make recommendations that they're going to love, that we should have new ideas for them every visit to keep it exciting. We can know this, but actually living it behind the chair on a regular basis can be really complicated and like fall through, right? Like, so much is happening. We can have the best of intentions, but a lot of the times we're honestly really busy, we're swept up in the moment, and honestly, we might just not even know what to offer beyond like a conditioning treatment, right? So I want you to walk away from this training today having a bunch of new ideas that you can start offering and showing up for your clients in this fresh way right away. Because part of the reason why clients leave, okay, part of the reason why good clients leave and go somewhere else is just because they're wanting something new and fresh. So as stylists, if we can show up with the new and fresh ideas, we can always show the effort that we're putting in. I think that it really helps with the long-term loyalty, because your guests are never wondering, does she know the latest things? Does she have new ideas for my hair? Do I have outdated hair? Like, do I have the best hair I could have, right? So when we're able to show up in this way, not only does it benefit us because we get to make more money even if your clientele isn't where you want it to be yet, right? And that's so important. When we're in this building phase, it's so important that we're making the most of every client interaction, because otherwise we can be at the end of our week and be like, that's all I made, right? Or we can have a really busy day and at the end of the day be like, but I was so busy. What happened? Where is all my money to show for it, right? So I have a bunch of ideas for y'all. So let's just jump right into them. So like I was saying, upgrading our clients is really important because it not only makes our clients feel special, loved, and valued, and like they're getting the best experience they could possibly get, but it also makes us more money. So it's really, really important. And you guys, it's never going to be easier to master this skill, okay? And I do believe upgrading your clients is a skill. It's the same as learning how to do layers, or learning how to cut a bob or do a balayage perfectly. It's a skill, and the more we practice and the more tools we use to set ourselves up, the better. So as we're growing, our sales can plateau and we can actually be making even less money than we have the opportunity to make. So this is really going to help. So where do we get stuck most of the time, right? Like I said in the beginning, we intellectually know that we should be doing this, but sometimes it gets lost in translation. It gets lost in the actual practice. So this happens because we're busy, right? We're busy, we're running around, we're remembering a formula, we're trying to remember her son's name, and we have the thought, clients texting us, another client is walking in early, like we're managing a lot, okay? So I know that you guys are coming by it honestly. So we're busy and we forget. Number 2, why we don't offer upgrades is because we genuinely have no ideas, right? We're so overwhelmed with the day-to-day of our business, or we have so many other priorities going on, we just Don't know. What should they get? She's been having the same hair for years. What am I supposed to tell her to get, right? And then the last piece of this, which I think is one of the biggest things that holds us back, is that we are so afraid of someone thinking that we're being greedy, right? Have you guys ever felt like that? You want to offer someone something, you know they would love it, you know it would look amazing. Same with retail, right? But then we hold ourselves back because we're like, well, I don't want her to think I'm just making a money grab. I don't want her to think that all I care about is getting more money out of her. Or how about this one? This is one I used to think about a lot. I'm like, she's already paying $300. I'm not gonna ask her to pay more, get something else. That's already so much money, right? Because even for us, that might be more money than we're willing to spend. So to think about having them spend more feels even more scary. So what can we do to fight these? Like, what can we do to empower ourselves? So when I think about setting us up for success, the main thing I think about is like how to make our life easier. So where I think a lot of educators and a lot of people get this wrong when they teach things like this is that they want you to add an extra step into your life and into your day. And the more things we're adding into our day, right? We have to think about making their next appointment. We have to think about writing their formula down, charging them for everything that we actually did on them. We need to remember to offer home hair care. Like, if we're just trying to add and add and add and add, at the end of the day, we aren't going to do it, because this is how it feels when someone comes in, is it's like, okay, awesome. Do you want to try this in the consultation, right? Then during the service, oh, let's add on this because of this. Then when we're washing their hair, let's add on this because of this. Cutting their hair, styling their hair, etc. We are doing it constantly, and that doesn't feel good, okay? It doesn't feel good, and so that's why we don't do it. So my ideas for y'all are not about adding anything in the moment. A lot of this is going to be prep work that you can do, and then also different ways to communicate with your clients that aren't verbal, okay? So whether it's like a little VIP menu you have at your station that has your upgrades on it, you offer them, they can ask you about it, or something like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that we're going to do to empower ourselves to upgrade our clients is we are going to brainstorm new services each season, okay? And part of this, a big part of this, is going to be nailing the verbiage, okay? Nailing the verbiage. So here's what I mean. We aren't going to say, do you want a money piece for spring? Okay? We aren't going to say, do you want to add on a partial foil today? It'll look really pretty. We're going to say, do you want sun-kissed highlights? Do you want face framing highlights? Okay? Do you want to look like you were on vacation for like a week in Italy, right? Like, we want to build the result into the verbiage, okay? A lot of the reasons why people don't get upgrades is because they're not clear on what it is, right? Do you want a conditioning treatment? It's like, I don't know, is my hair dry? Like, what will it do? I feel like my hair's been fine. But when we say a healthy long hair treatment, totally different vibe. Who wouldn't want that? Okay, a shiny hair treatment, of course, okay? Same with, you know, putting glosses or toners, right? Oh, do you wanna, I could do a toner over everything to really balance out the color. And it's like, well, that sounds like a mistake was made. Like, what are you talking about? But if it's like, ooh, let's do a shine gloss, right? Let's add, like, I mean, people are weird about gold, so, you know, whatever, but it's like, let's add like a golden, shiny, springy tone to your hair. This is what we want to think about. So we want to brainstorm each season. And the reason why it's fun to do it seasonal is like, I want you guys to think about those restaurants in your area that switch up their menu regularly. I don't know about you guys, but I get really excited to keep going back and see, okay, what's new, what's different, what's happening. Like it or not, we are in an industry that is always has new trends, always has different things that are coming and going, always has new names for the same old stuff, right? Like the wolf cut, the butterfly cut, like all of this stuff. We know what these are, but the trends, instead of feeling intimidated by them or irritated by them, I think when we embrace them, our clients get excited. So we want to brainstorm seasonal things that we can add on to our guests. So let's say, for example, you specialize in redheads. Some different seasonal upgrades can obviously be, like we said, the face framing highlights, sun-kissed highlights. You might want to add, copper ribbons. You might want to really recommend that they go in with like even cute hats. All right, I think we're back. So even if you're working with redheads and it's summertime, we want to have products that protect from sun, even accessories that protect from sun. Different, like you might want to move up more of their maintenance appointments in order to keep their color looking fresh, because we know it's going to fade a little bit faster. So these are things where every season you can come up with new ideas. The conditioning treatment you would do in the winter is probably different than the conditioning treatment you would do in the summertime, okay? So brainstorm every season. Now, the good thing about doing this seasonally is, like I said, I'm not going to suggest that you do a ton of stuff the day of, because the day of, there's so many things that are a priority for us, right? We're going to forget, we're going to get busy, it's just not practical. So every season when we brainstorm, we can pick these things out and then have them for 3 months, they're ready to go. So then what do we do with these? So what I would say is that we need to get in the habit of planning out our days, either a week in advance looking at our schedule or the night before. So some of you might be like, oh, that's so much work, but here's the thing. I know many of you are in a building phase, okay? You have a lot of space in your schedule. So this isn't probably even that many clients that you're gonna be doing this for. So just try it. Prove me wrong even, okay? Do it and prove with the aim of like totally proving me wrong just for fun. But what we're gonna do is we're going to sit down and look at our schedule. Okay, Susan is coming in for her blonding session, whatever, we're gonna go through. What I want you to do is I want you to think about, what could I add on for Susan? What of my seasonal upgrades would be good for her? What have we not done in a while? What has she done before that we haven't, that she liked, that we just keep forgetting to do? So then you're actually going to plan out each appointment. Now, is everybody going to say yes to everything that you offer? Like, of course not, right? But that's not the point. The point is that we want to be known as the person that's always coming to the table with fresh ideas. We are always coming to the table with, the latest trends, the latest techniques. We want our clients to feel that excitement from us and for it not to get boring. And then the other thing is that they're going to say yes more than you think they are. So you're automatically going to be making more money every single day you go in. And a lot of times in that building phase, it can be really disheartening, y'all. I remember you go in for one client and it's just like, ugh, when am I gonna be fully booked, or when am I gonna have more people here? But the truth is, if you can go in every day with a plan and your $100 day can turn into a $200 day just by being excited and having these ideas and like talking to your clients about them, you can start building that confidence and feeling good no matter how many clients are on your schedule, right? Like, how amazing does that feel to know, like, because I opened my mouth and I was excited, I was able to make, double the way that my day was going to go. It's so exciting. Sunny says, every no gets you closer to a yes. Yes. And that's the thing is, like, we are so used to getting constant validation behind the chair where our clients like love everything we do, wish we could shower with them, whatever, that it's like when we do hear a no, I feel like we take it even harder because we're so used to always hearing these like positive things. But you guys, if you're not hearing no, you're not doing your job at all. So I think like in my group and everything, we celebrate the no's. Like we celebrate that. That's good. If me personally, as an educator, if I'm not hearing like 10 no's a day, I'm not talking to enough people. Okay? We need to get used to it, and we need to know that no, they're just gonna think about it. Like literally my first word was no, and I say no to everything first. Even when I end up doing it and having a great time and changing my mind, my first reaction 9 times out of 10 is no. Okay? Like, but they're gonna think about it. Maybe they're gonna do it on their next appointment. Maybe they're gonna tell their friends about it so that they come in and do it, okay? So we just need to plan ahead and then have this conversation. So as an example, what this could sound like is Cindy is a longtime client of yours. She walks in for her appointment and you're like, oh my God, Cindy, I was thinking about you. I have this idea. Come over here. Let me show you what I mean. And then Cindy can say yes or no, but how special does that feel to walk into an appointment and have your hairstylist be like, oh my God, I have this great idea for you. I can't wait to tell you, right? It just feels good. It feels special. It feels like your hairstylist freaking cares about you. Like the longer you're behind the chair and the longer you kind of know your clients, that starts to fade. So it's like we have to be intentionally keeping up with that. Okay, so we have brainstorming every season, then we have planning out a week in advance, a day in advance for each and every client. What could I deliver to them? What could I offer them that will blow them away? What retail, what home care should I have them go home with? Maybe I'll set it aside in advance, right? So, and then the last thing that I think is really awesome is we want to create visuals. Okay, we want to create visuals with this information. So part of this is going to be regularly talking about it on your social media, right? So we have these visual reminders, we have these posts there so that people understand, they even ask about things. And then we can also have flyers that we make, little menus that we make. We could have clings that stick to our mirrors that offer some of these things. Because then not only does it help to remind us, but it actually puts more of the power into your client's hands where they can be asking you, right? Like in Luxury Client Method, I literally show you how to make like a secret menu and what to do with that. And it gets clients excited. Like Sunny, who's here, is an esthetician. And when she implemented the upgrade menu, it was huge and her clients love it. So she is not only making more money, but her clients are like, ooh, let me see. You know, like they can't wait to look at what's on that menu. And think about like, oh, I mean, how many times have you had a client see an Instagram post even and be like, oh, I didn't even know you offered that. Ouch, right? Like we should be showing up with so many ideas that our clients like have no doubt that we are right there and we're with them. Okay, so let's just recap this a little bit, right? So instead of being so busy that we forget, instead of feeling greedy and salesy, instead of not knowing what to recommend, we are going to brainstorm new ideas regularly, brainstorm every season. We are going to plan our days and weeks in advance so that every day we walk in, we're excited about something with each client, right? We're not just walking in like, what am I going to do today? I don't know. Okay. And then lastly, we are going to create visuals not only to remind us, but to get our clients excited and have them asking us for things versus us always feeling like we're in sales mode. Because you guys, if you are in sales mode all the time, I guarantee you will not do it. You won't open your mouth, okay? So this is how you can set yourself up for success. I hope that you take something away from this and implement it even today during your shift or tomorrow and just see the magic that can happen. Your clients are going to be so excited to pay you more money. And here's the thing, I'm going to leave it on this. thinking about like the whole greedy conversation, salesy. Here's the thing. People have more when they pay you money, okay? People have more when they pay you money. So often we get caught up in this thing of like, I'm taking their money, right? They have less, then they just have less money. But no, people are fucking like thankful and happy to pay you money. It's like, you're welcome that I offered you this, right? You're welcome that I'm giving you this opportunity to have a hair appointment with me, right? Like, people get so much out of it, and I want you to just own it. I want you to really own it and embody it, because when you have that energy, first of all, it's true, but second of all, you are going to show up in such a better, like, authentic headspace than acting out of fear or acting out of insecurity. What will they think about me, right? Just show up. Understand and embody that they are winning out in this transaction. Even if they're paying you $800, they're winning out. Okay. Thank you all so much for coming today, for stopping by, and for making your learning and your business a priority. I hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.